So, have you upgraded to Windows 11? Are you holding back, fearful of what might happen or what it's going to be like? Hey, I've experienced some of the same feelings, but now I've leapt into the fray. Here's how it went. Well, I gotta tell you, this is the first time I felt so much apprehension about upgrading from one version of Windows to the next. Now, maybe it's just because of all the hoopla surrounding Windows 11. Maybe it's because I have less faith in Microsoft than I once had. Or maybe, just maybe, it's because as I get older, change appears more daunting. Anyway, after a few weeks of having the notice to request that I upgrade to Windows 11 sitting on my Windows 10 taskbar, I decided to take the plunge. I like to leave a lot of time to do things like this. So I sat down to my computer at 8:50 in the morning and I started the process, and Windows 11 started downloading to my desktop computer, which, by the way, is a 2-year-old Acer Aspire TC885. Now, I expected it to take a long time because that was my previous experiences. The message on the screen said it would let me know when the download was complete, and then at around 9 o'clock, it hit 25% downloaded, so I started watching YouTube videos to kill time. However, at 9:15, I noticed the settings icon had disappeared from the taskbar. So I thought, man, something's gone wrong. So I checked notifications only to find that now Windows 11 was 20% installed. Well, that was a surprise, as I expected it to download and then let me know it was ready to install and that I would start that process. After all, that's what it said it was going to do. But at any rate, the installation took a little bit of time, and at 9:45 it said it was 100% complete, and a minute or so later the button to restart popped up, so I clicked it, watched as the screen went dark, and the computer began a boot up, and the update completion began. So the update continued with a notification that it may restart a few times. However, in my case, that only happened once. Now you gotta know, sitting, watching the update take place is kind of like watching grass grow. Each time it seemed to slow down at any particular point, my reaction was to wonder if it was frozen. Should I be shutting the computer off and rebooting? Should I just leave well enough alone? How long should I wait to decide if there's a problem? The reality seems to be that it's best to not watch, just let it do its thing. Then, by 9:52, it was completely installed and up and running. So it was approximately 2 hours from start to finish. Not too bad for such a huge upgrade in a 2-year-old computer. Now for my initial experience with Windows 11. The appearance of the home screen is different from the previous version in that the icons on the taskbar are centered rather than on the left of the screen. That I can quickly get used to. However, all the apps I had pinned to start had their links removed and were replaced by a bunch of icons for programs that Microsoft, apparently, believes are more what I want than what I thought I wanted. So, I went about removing their suggestions and began the process of retrieving my own. Again, not a big deal, just a minor inconvenience. Interesting. The way to find all of your apps has changed to a small little text-based link on the start rather than having them drop down in a list like Windows 10. Again, not a big deal, just a little thing to get used to. No doubt all these minor things will become the norm quite quickly. When I opened my video editor, DaVinci Resolve 17, it indicated that the Intel hardware drivers were now out of date. They weren't before, so they wouldn't work with DaVinci Resolve. I fixed that by going to the Intel Driver and Support app and letting it replace the drivers that Microsoft had installed. DaVinci Resolve 17 is back to working efficiently and well. So far, that's the only software issue I've come across. Also, remember there's a ton of information online to help with any issues you might encounter. I've yet to have an issue that was unique to me, so I've always found an answer to my questions, even if I don't like the answer. An example of an answer that I don't like involves the new File Explorer. They've removed the thumbnail previews of folder contents from File Explorer. I'm going to miss that. You see, as a photographer, I've gotten used to using that visual method of selecting folders. Here's hoping they bring it back in a future update. Further to that, in that, say an app, they've also removed the ability for File Explorer to show a slideshow by selecting the images you want. Again, as a photographer, that slideshow is a useful tool in reviewing photos. So now we'll have to do that in a different program. Who knows? Maybe they'll hear us end users' requests and bring it back someday. But all this said, with the notable exception of File Explorer, it appears the upgrade to Windows 11 has gone smoothly, and it's working fine for me. Time will tell if I had experienced any difficulties or issues, but for now, all appears to be flowing beautifully. Oh yes, we've also upgraded a 1-year-old HP laptop with no issues. Actually, it went somewhat quicker than my desktop did. So based on my experience, I do suggest accepting the free upgrade offer and installing Windows 11 on any system that can operate it. And believe me, if I can do it, you can do it. So thanks for watching. Leave me a comment or drop me a message. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then hit that bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded. So stay safe and enjoy your day. Wishing you peace, health, and harmony. Bye for now.